Work, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. I have 2/3 of the team together for the Ben, Jack, and Mike picks. And we got some interesting picks, but unfortunately, one of our brothers is in the witness protection program, so he won't be available this go-around. So I'm so excited to have Jack. Jack, how you doing today, my man?
Hey, can't complain. Truly blessed and highly favored.
Yeah, okay, truly blessed and highly favored. How you gonna make it without your line brother today, man?
Good question. But I think it may turn out. Well. Surprisingly.
Well, you know what? I think what we need to do. You appreciate it. We're gonna make his picks for him.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah, we're gonna make his picks. So today we'll be going over Alabama State, Grambling State, Bethune-Cookman, and Texas Southern, and then we'll let him come back if he's still cleared from the witness protection program for the final 2 picks between Pine Bluff and Mississippi Valley. How does that sound?
Hey, that sounds great. We can just preference every pick with what would Ben do.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we've gone through 6 of the 12 programs, and I guess we know that Prairie View is our vocal point, being that we are PV grads. I had Prairie View going at 7-5. If I'm not mistaken, you had them going at 8-4, and then Ben had them at 9-3. Was that?
Actually, what I have is you had them at 7-5, Panthers at 7-5. Ben had them at 11-1.
Okay.
And myself, I had them at 9-3.
Okay, I knew it was somewhere close along those lines. Okay, so we got that all cleared up and everything. Now, with all that being established, we're going to go as we go through the week that was, and we got some games that have already been predetermined prior to the other schools we've covered. So it shouldn't be as long for us to go through as prior episodes, but we'll work with what we got and have a little fun on the journey. What you think?
Hey, sounds like a plan.
All right, with that being said, we're going to open up with the Alabama State Hornets, who are led by none other than BJMSWAC Coach Eddie Robinson. And what's the season looking like starting off here?
Okay, Alabama State Hornets, they're scheduled for the 2024 season. They start out right out the gate September 1st versus North Carolina Central.
North Carolina Central. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to pick Alabama State in this one, even though North Carolina Central has been somewhat of a stickler to the SWAC programs, but I'm going to stick with the Hornets on this one.
Okay. I'm also going to go with ASU.
Now, to the fun part,
right.
Who would Ben pick? And knowing Ben the way I know we've known him, and for the record, combined, if you combine all of our connections together, we got over 90 years of knowing one another. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
But I believe the fact, though, in all honesty, he would roll with Alabama State in this one.
Okay.
I'm not going to pencil whip him on purpose.
Right. Right. Exactly. Not right out the gate, at least.
Right. Only when it counts.
All right. Exactly. All right. The next week you have September 7th, Alabama State hosting Miles College.
That's a simple one for me. I know Miles College is no joke, but I think Alabama State should roll quite well in that game.
Okay, we're going to give Ben ASU as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then going into week 3, we have Alabama State, their first road game at Stanford.
I'm going to go with Stanford. Hold on.
Green off. 2:11 p.m. T-Mobile. Pop back off.
I'm sorry about that, Jack.
No problem.
Alabama State and you said Samford, right?
Yeah, Samford.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give Samford the slight edge on that one.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go ASU, and then
Okay.
what do you think Ben would do?
Being a SWAC dedicated, I'm gonna give him Alabama State. I'm not SWAC dedicated. I don't want anybody to misinterpret me, but
right.
We are trying to be rational for our brother Ben here. So I'm gonna give him Alabama State in that one.
Okay. All right. Going into week 4, Alabama State stays on the road and goes to Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman will not have enough firepower to deal with Alabama State. And I think we may have already picked that game, if I'm not mistaken. No, we got them coming up, right? Yeah, we got their schedule coming up today. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with Alabama State on that one.
Okay. Let's see. I'm also going to do Alabama State. And if I recall, Ben likes Bethune-Cookman this year.
Yeah, I was going to say he's real big on Bethune-Cookman this year.
Yeah.
So I think we would be safe to line him up with the Wildcats in this one.
Exactly. Okay. So you have ASU, I have ASU, and based on previous talks with Ben, previous segments that we've had, I believe Ben would do Bethune-Cookman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Going into week 5, Alabama State goes back home and hosts the Florida A&M Rattlers.
This is going to be the critical game of the East. And knowing what I feel about both of these programs, I am going to pick Alabama State. I just think for some strange reason, this is the year of the Hornets for me, coming out of the East. I know FAMU defending champion, but they've lost a lot of critical pieces, not to mention the head coach. Not underestimating what FAMU is going to bring to the table. I think that this will be the year of the Hornets to strike the strikers and the Rattlers.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going with FAMU Rattlers, even though they do have, like you said, different pieces that have moved on, and including the head coach and everything. But just based on their tradition and they're still the current champs, I'm going to go with FAMU.
And I believe Ben would pick FAMU as well.
I believe so as well. Yeah. All right. Let's go into week 6. In week 6, Alabama State is hosting Mississippi Valley State. Give me ASU.
So quick, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be a clean sweep from all of us on that one. Alabama State taking on Valley. Valley, of course, just lost their athletic director, who originally came from Jackson State, but he left to return to Jackson State. So they're in the need of an athletic director as we make this recording today.
Okay. All right. Week 7, Alabama State stays at home and plays against Alabama A&M. Rivalry game. I'm not sure if that's homecoming or not.
Well, it's that Magic City Classic, and so it's a big game, and I'm not really sold on Alabama A&M, which is going to be another reason why I'm picking the Hornets to win this game. It's going to be a close game, but I think Alabama State will have enough in the tank to get past the Bulldogs.
Okay. I'm also going to go ASU, and even though you say it is a rival game and it's going to definitely be a close one, but I'm going with the Hornets.
Right, and we know how Ben has been feeling about Connell Maynard, saying he's on the hot seat, and he's already. I'm going to give him the Hornets in this one.
Okay, so ASU as well. Okay. All right. All right. Going into week 8, Alabama State still stays at home and plays against Alcorn State.
Interesting matchup, considering the dynamics. But once again, the stars in my little astronomy kit is lining up in favor of the Hornets, man.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alcorn is. Have they got their new coach? Who's their new coach?
Yeah. Their new coach is in place. Cedric Thomas, and so yeah, they're ready. They're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Okay. And where is he coming from, Cedric Thomas?
Well, he was at Pine Bluff. He left and went to the FBS and came back. So it was a lot of shuffling of musical chairs and everything with everything that was going on with Fred McNair. But he's been in place and he's ready to go.
Okay.
Did I say Cedric Thornton? I didn't say Thornton, did I?
Good question.
No. It's Cedric Thomas. Cedric Thomas.
I think you said Thomas.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure because there is a Coach Thornton who used to coach at Alcorn, and it was at Grambling. No, this is Cedric Thomas. Who I'm thinking in college.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Based on that, I'm gonna go ASU as well. They're at home. Like you said, things are in place, have been in place, and looking to have a nice run this year.
Right.
What do you think? Ben?
I'm giving Ben Alabama State just because it's a West opponent, and he don't think anybody in the West is going to be better than the Panthers.
Here we go. All right, going into week 9, we have Alabama State going on the road to Grambling.
Very, very intriguing matchup. And I'm liking, as you've been hearing, Alabama State, but I'm liking Grambling even better, believe it or not. And I'm going to give this one to the Grambling State Tigers.
I also wrote down Grambling as well. As they will be at home, just give them a home advantage. What do you think the self-proclaimed #1 fan would do?
Well, once again, he despises all Western opponents, and especially it's like you're cursing at him if you say Grambling Southern, in particular those two programs. So I'm gonna give him Alabama State.
Okay. All right. Going into week 10, we have Alabama State going back home and hosting Jackson State.
Another interesting matchup. I don't think Jackson will go as far along as anticipating. I'm going to give the Hornets the victory at this one, being at home.
Okay. Yes, I'm also going with the Hornets. Let's see. Based on our algorithm, what would Ben do?
Jackson State.
Okay. Right.
Jackson State. We're talking about Brother Bean.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I hope you're getting all your meals, man, in that witness protection program because you're costing us a lot of money.
Right. Exactly. All right, so here we go, week 11. This one we already have written down, but we have Alabama State hosting the mighty Prairie View A&M Panthers. And
if I'm not mistaken, I gave that one to Alabama State.
Yeah, you actually you chose ASU, and myself chose Prairie View.
Right. So I guess I'm looked upon as the not the true Panther fan, especially in the eyes of Ben. But I have my reason and rationale behind the decision.
Decision on that one. Okay. All right. So Alabama State ends this season versus Tuskegee. They're hosting. Alabama State will be hosting Tuskegee
in the Turkey Day Bowl, and I'm feeling this is always a barn burner between these two programs because of the proximity, because of the historical lure that this game brings. But in a shootout, I believe Alabama State will prevail, Victor.
Okay. Not too familiar with Tuskegee's program, but I'm actually going to choose them to upset Alabama State.
Okay. And at this point, Ben would be like, who cares? And but once again, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's a SWAC opponent. I'm going to give them Alabama State.
Okay. All right. So that's the whole.
So we got to get a final number when we got them standing, because I know it's going to seem pretty strange. I know with the picks that I've given. So what you got the standings looking like for Alabama State so far?
Oh, let's see here. Alabama State. Let's see. You have them going. Ooh, you have them going 10-2. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, that sound about right.
10-2. Let me double check that.
Going once.
10-2. I have them going 10-2.
So
then have them going 8-3. No, yeah, that's
8-4.
8-4.
8-4. That's the artificial intelligence pick for Ben.
yeah. That's the AI pick.
The AI pick. There you go.
Right. And then myself, I have ASU going. I also have them going 8-4.
Okay. So we all think it's going to be a productive year for them, but I got a little more, I guess, stock in the investment than you guys would in that case.
Exactly.
So that'll be interesting as we get along the lines. Okay, so now that we've gotten Alabama State from the East, and just a reminder, this is in Jack and Mike Pick'em section without Ben. Ben is under witness protection right now, so he is not with us. So we are freely and having a little fun, not pencil whipping him, making the picks for him based on our historical content of being around Brother Ben. So we got Alabama State out of the way. We're now going to come back west, and let's look at the Grambling State Tigers.
All right, Grambling State Tigers start off the season August 31st, and they go on the road to Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns.
I'm going to have to give that one to the Raging Cajuns.
Okay, all right. I'm also going to go with the Raging Cajuns as well. What are your thoughts on what Ben would do?
And Ben is going to be anything against Grambling.
Anything Grambling.
So, yeah, so we'll give him the Raging Cajuns on that one as well.
Okay, all right. Grambling State Tigers week 2 go to actually host Tuskegee.
Once again, I'm taking Grambling as well, and I believe Ben would take Grambling in spite of. He would take Grambling on that one as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Going into week 3, this is the Grambling State Tigers will go on the road at Texas A&M Commerce.
Interesting, and I am really feeling confident about Grambling, so I'm going to pick Grambling in this game.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go against the grain on this one and say Texas A&M Commerce.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling that way, knowing that Texas A&M Commerce also plays Prairie View for homecoming, and I'm trying to rationale as Ben would. Every now and then, because he just likes going against the grain, I think he would ride with Commerce as well as you, Jack, just because it's going against them.
Exactly. Okay, great. All right. So we go to week 4. We have Grambling State Tigers at home versus Jackson State.
I'm going to take Grambling. I'm going to take Grambling in this one.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to go with Jackson State.
And I believe Ben be right behind you.
Okay. Right. Anybody against the West? Yeah, let's see. Or anybody for? I think I said that right.
Yeah, you had it right. Anybody that's going to help the West out for the Panthers in Ben's eyes.
Exactly. All right. Our week 5 matchup: the Grambling State Tigers go into Dallas at the Cotton Bowl and play the mighty Prairie View A&M Panthers.
You already had that one picked out, right?
Yeah. And this, all of us chose Prairie View. Yeah. So we all have that. All right. So week 6, Grambling State Tigers host Alcorn State.
Give me the G-men.
Okay. All right.
And I believe Ben would go with, as he likes to say, the corn.
The corn, right. And I'm going to go with Grambling as well. And I definitely can hear Ben saying the corn on that one.
Right.
All right. Week 7, you had the Grambling State Tigers hosting Arkansas Pine Bluff. Give me the Tigers on this one.
Boy, you sure did jump in there fast on that one, man.
Right.
I'm with you, though. Follow that train. I think that's a trifecta for all of us in that one.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Week 8, Grambling State Tigers go on the road at Texas Southern.
Whoo, man. I'm liking the vibe that I'm getting out of the Grambling camp, so I'm gonna stick with the Grambling State Tigers on this one.
Okay.
And I can already tell you, Ben is going with Texas Southern on that one. I can already tell you.
Yeah, exactly. If he wants a happy home.
A happy home.
Yeah. He definitely will have to choose TSU.
Absolutely.
All right, going to week 9, the Grambling State Tigers go on the road to Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, I'm taking Grambling in this one all the way. All the way.
All right. I'm also going with the Tigers. Ben
is going to go with Bethune-Cookman.
The algorithm. The algorithm states that 99.9% he would go Bethune-Cookman. All right. Week 10, we have the Grambling State Tigers at home versus Alabama State. We already chose that one, didn't we?
I believe I know I took Alabama State. I think we all went Alabama State because it was going against the West team in Ben's case.
Yeah, so we all said ASU, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So we're going on to week 11. The Grambling State Tigers go on the road to Alabama A&M.
Give me the Tigers.
Okay. I will take the Tigers as well. What do you think our algorithm would say?
Even though he's not having much confidence in Manor, I think he'll still roll with the Tigers to win that game.
Okay.
Because I think he had A&M going something like 3-9, something like that.
Okay. All right. And lastly, the Grambling State Tigers in the season on the road, actually at home versus Southern. Grambling State Tigers at home versus Southern. Well,
in the Bayou Classic in New Orleans, there is no home and visitor team. It's just one big old Mardi Gras family. And these past couple seasons have been some truly exciting games. But I'm going to give the edge to the G-men to sneak out the victory against the Jags. And we already know that Ben wouldn't want to pick neither one of them. But if he despised one over the other, I think he despised Southern a little bit more than he despised Grambling, and he would pick Grambling.
Yeah, I agree with you. The worst of two evils, you know.
Yes, sir. But now we got to see what the chat is looking like for this Grambling. This is interesting here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what we have here. You have the G-men going 9-3.
Okay.
Ben. Is that right? 4-8.
Knowing the way he feel about him in the PICS, probably, right?
Yeah. Grambling with 4 wins. Yeah, 4-8, and then I 7-5.
Okay. Okay.
7-5.
Interesting pick.
Yes.
Okay. So we're halfway home now, Jack. We got Alabama State. We got Grambling State. Now we're going to head back east to the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And Coach Woody and crew, he'll be in his second full season leading the way for the Wildcats. I know we got some of their games that have been predetermined. I don't know if you have that right in front of you, but we could still try to run through the schedule that we can recall and freshen up and fill in the gaps where they need to be filled in.
All right. So Bethune-Cookman Wildcats start off the season on the road at South Florida. Give me South Florida.
Yeah, that's a loss. I think that's trifecta.
Trifecta on that one. Okay, across the board. All right. Week 2, the Wildcats host Mercer.
L2.
Yeah. Okay. I also will pick Mercer, and I believe the algorithm would just do Mercer as well for Ben. Okay. Let's see here. And then the Wildcats go on the road at Western Michigan.
That's L3.
Right out the gate. Yeah. I'm also picking Western Michigan. And the algorithm for Ben.
I think he would pick him because he likes him so much.
You think he would do Bethune?
I think he would do Bethune because he likes them so much. He's been real high on Bethune this off season. Don't ask me why.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Maybe this is a pencil whipping section right here. I don't know.
Right. So let me put the Cookman on that one. All right. Going into week 4, the Wildcats are at home versus Clark Atlanta.
Okay, they'll get a win in that one.
Okay.
I think that'll be safe to give Ben the win for the Wildcats on that one as well.
Okay. And what did you choose? You chose
Bethune-Cookman.
Wildcats?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You chose. All right. Now, week 5, we have the Wildcats hosting Alabama State. What did we say for that?
Yeah, we already went through that one. I believe.
Yeah,
I know I picked Alabama State in that one.
yeah, I did too. And then I think we said for Ben.
Well, then we gave him Bethune because he was so high on Bethune.
Let's see. Did we say ASU? Oh no, yeah, no, we did say.
Right.
So he Bethune for Ben, ASU for you and myself. Okay. Going into week 6, we have the Wildcats on the road at Alabama A&M. Give me the Wildcats.
Yeah, I'll take the Wildcats too, sir. And once again, Ben feeling the way he feel about the Bulldogs, I'm pretty sure he'll be with the Wildcat train.
Right. All right. Week 7, we have the Wildcats on the road at Mississippi Valley.
I'm going with the Wildcats, brother.
Yeah, and I think I'm going with the Wildcats, and I think Ben would as well.
Uh-huh.
All right, week 9, we have the Wildcats hosting Jackson State.
Give me Jackson State.
Okay. ASU, I'm going to go with the Wildcats.
Okay. And I believe Ben will go with them as well.
Okay. All right. Week 9, we have the Wildcats hosting Grambling.
Yeah, we just picked that one. I had Grambling winning that one.
Yeah,
and we gave Ben. No, I think we gave Ben the Wildcats because they were playing Grambling.
Oh, we sure did. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So we both had Grambling. Ben, the Wildcats. Okay. All right. What's that? Week 10, we have the Wildcats at Southern.
Ooh, man. I'm going to pick the Jaguars personally. Okay. I'm picking the Jaguars. But I know Ben is going to pick the Wildcats.
Right.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
And for those who listen to us on a regular basis, y'all know we ain't off on these picks at all for our brother Ben.
We're not. We're not at all. But correct me if I'm wrong. Southern, they're going through new coaching.
Coach Ray is leading the way, but it don't matter.
Okay.
Not for me.
Okay. Right. And I'm going BC as well. Oh, BC.
Okay.
Along with Ben. All right. So we have.
So hold on. You got BC or you got Southern?
Yeah, I have Bethune.
Okay, so I'm the only one of you probably going with Southern. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you're the only one going with Southern. All right. So week 11, we have the Wildcats on the road on a visit to Texas at Texas Southern.
I'm going to give that one to the home team. I'm sorry. Texas Southern Tigers will prevail.
Right. I have TSU, and we know Ben, if he wants to sleep well at night, he would have to choose TSU as well.
That's right. So the TSU for the trifecta.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, in week 12 for the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, they host Florida A&M Rattlers.
The Orange Blossom Classic. I'm going with FAMU in that rival game, but FAMU has had the upper hand of late.
Okay. And I'm going to go with based like what you said. They've had the upper hand over the years.
Right.
I'm
And
going
I
with
do
FAMU.
believe Ben would pick FAMU in that one.
Okay. All right. So let's look what the tally is. Ooh. Let's see. Is this right? You have them. 3-9. Does that sound right for you?
Yeah, I thought it was more like 6s. We'll do it. Keep it tally going. Keep it tally.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have you 3-9.
3-9.
And then for
Okay.
Ben, for being 8-3.
Wow. Okay.
And
Or
then
8-4.
myself, 8-4. You're right. 8-4. And then for myself, uh, 5-7.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
3-9, 5-7, 8-4. Interesting. Well, you're 3/4 of the way home, my man. We've gone over Alabama State. We've gone over Grambling State. Just concluded with the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Now we're coming back to Texas to complete the Texas two-step with the Texas Southern Maroon and Gray Tigers. And these are going to be somewhat entertaining due to the fact, even though they're our rival, I believe that we are fair and unbiased when it comes to our picks. At least two of us are. We know that Brother Dean is just all in regardless. So with that being said, man, yeah, I know you got to mention it, even though we already know what we pick on this Labor Day class. We'll go ahead to make it official.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right. Yeah. So week 1, the TSU Tigers are on the road at the prestigious Prairie A&M University. And yeah, and as you know,
any way you want to look at it, all caps, baby, all caps. Moving on.
PVU. Week 1.
Who you rooting for?
Yeah, PVU.
All right then. All right, moving on.
Okay, week 2, the Tigers go on the road. We're actually right down the street and play Rice.
That's an L.
Okay. I have Rice winning as well. What do you think, Mr. Self-proclaimed?
You know what? Because his wife connection to Texas Southern, but I would think he got a little bit of football sense, but I think he's gonna pick Texas Southern. So that's my final answer. Texas Southern.
Okay, yeah. All right. We'll see how he likes the algo on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So week 3, the Tigers stay on the road and go a little further down the road against Lamar.
Interesting. I think Lamar's still trying to find their way back on the gridiron. I'm going to give Texas Southern this one.
Okay. I'm also going to go with the Tigers. Do you think?
I think Ben is with us on that. He's with us on that.
Okay. All right. Week 4, the Texas Southern Tigers host Jackson State.
Wow.
I'm going with JSU on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ride with JSU as well.
Okay. All right.
Once again, Ben, Texas Southern.
All right. All right. So we go week 5. we have the Texas Southern Tigers hosting Virginia Lynchburg.
That should be 2 wins. yeah, they should win that one with ease.
Okay. I have TSU across the board. Let's see. And going into week 6, we have Texas Southern Tigers hosting Southern.
Ooh. I know we picked this earlier, and I'm trying to recall because I don't have any notes in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I picked Southern.
I believe I did too.
Right. But I'm still say Southern in there.
Okay. I believe I chose Southern, and I can't recall what being picked.
Texas Southern, because it was Southern.
Right. Yeah, and it's against a West opponent.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we go into week 7. We have the Texas Southern Tigers hosting Grambling.
I've already picked Grambling in this one.
And then what did I pick?
And we said Texas Southern because it was going against Grambling.
Right. And I had, I'm pretty sure, I had Grambling as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let's see where we're at now. Going into week 9, we have Texas Southern on the road at Florida A&M. Give me FAMU.
That's going to be a tough one. Give me FAMU as well. And I believe Brother Ben would pick FAMU in that case.
Okay. All right. And we go into week 10, Texas Southern Tigers at the Corn.
I'm going to pick Texas Southern.
Okay.
I'm taking Texas Southern.
I'm going to take Texas Southern on the road as well. And we can assume that Ben would choose TSU as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, week 11, we have the Texas Southern Tigers hosting Bethune-Cookman. What did we say?
I think we gave that to the home team, Texas Southern.
We sure did, across the board.
Mm-hmm.
We did across the board. All right, and Texas Southern Tigers wrap up the season at Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Give me Texas Southern, man, to finish with 5 wins on the season.
Okay, let's see here. That's right. So you have them 5-8.
5-7.
No, 5-7. I'm sorry.
Man, y'all in that old Texas math, man. What's wrong?
Yeah. I'm carrying the 1 or something like that. Doing that.
Don't carry it, son. Lay it to the side. Lay it to the
side. So we have Ben at 9-3.
Ooh.
9-3. That's what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
And then for me, looks like I have them 5-7 as well.
Okay. That is funny. So we got 4 picks under the belt. We have 2 remaining, and hopefully by the time we get together, the Witness Protection Agency will say it's free to let Ben surface back up, and we'll get a chance. Now, going through these games, Jack, is there anything you want to go back, refresh, change, nip in the bud, tighten up? because Ben's choices are made, and he can't go back and change any of them. But it's still gonna be fun to hear his response. But I think we did them justifiable picks, man. I don't think we didn't do anything, crazy out of the ordinary, because I could have gave him Virginia Lynch, to beat Texas, but we knew better than that. So you got anything, man, you want to add on this week's selection and segment?
Nothing really to add, but like I said, once Ben comes out of witness protection, actually, I am curious to see if we present him the schedules, see what he picks, and see how his.
You know what? We could do that. I'm glad you brought that up. We'll do like an express section for these 4 picks before we go into. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yes, sir.
That'll be interesting.
Yes, sir.
To see what he thinks. Good thinking on that one, Jack. Good thinking.
Yes,
well, look, guys, we appreciate you all joining in with us each and every week. There's been a lot going on. We're getting caught up. Don't forget, for July 16th will be SWAC Media Day from Birmingham, Alabama. Get a chance to meet with selected players and coaches from Birmingham. If we look for the 2024 season, we'll be bringing you Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our broadcast team stocked, loaded, and ready to go. You guys can join in with us on our daily content on the website at obnradio.com for the Mike Prince Show. We have a 24-hour stream available at obnradio.com. We have that Twitter X handle, which is the Mike Prince Show. And if I didn't mention, I'll mention it again. Our YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Well, Jack, we got through another session, I think, safe and sound, even without Brother Ben, man. And I think he would have been a little proud of us, man, and how we handled things on the day.
Yeah, I think so. I think very few picks that we made would go against what he would select. So I'm interested in for that next segment.
Yeah, but look, we know he's gonna have something to say. Well, Jack, as always, man, I appreciate you very much. He is Jack, a part of the BJM crew. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much, as always, for joining in with us. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.